Hello, I'm Dennis from examsconnect.com, and today we're going to look at linear equations with true unknowns, and we are going to solve these linear equations with true unknowns using a method called elimination method. Another word for linear equations with true unknowns is simultaneous equations. Or in other words, these are situations that occur simultaneously. They occur concurrent to each other. So let us see examples of these equations. The first example, 1, we have A plus B is equals to 7. If A plus B is equals to 7, A minus B is equals to 5. A minus B is equals to 5. So we are required in this context to find the value of A and find the value of B. So how do we find the value of A and the value of B? Using elimination method. Using elimination method. See, so this is how you go about it. You arrange your equations. A plus B is equals to 7. A minus B is equals to 5. You arrange your equations vertically. Once you arrange them vertically, you subtract the first equation from the second equation. And so the result shall be A minus A will give you 0. B minus B gives you positive 2B. And then 7, this will be equals to 7. You take away 5. 7 take away 5, you shall have 2. So 2B is equals to 2. So you divide by 2 on this side. You also do the same to the other side. So that now our B by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1, our B shall be equals to 1. So that way you've gotten the value of B. So you proceed to get the value of A. To get the value of A, you pick one of your two original equations. So for example, you may decide to pick the first equation. We may decide to pick the first equation and substitute the value of B to be 1. So in the first equation, A plus B, instead of B we shall have 1, shall be equals to 7. And so to get the value of A, we take away 1 on both sides, since 1 has been added on this side. In this case, we shall have 7 minus 1. So our A shall be equals to 6. So the value of B is 1 and the value of A is 6. Alternatively, we may decide to take the second equation. If you decide to take the second equation, now we are going to have A, you take away, instead of B, you substitute B with 1. This shall be equals to 5. And so, to get the value of A, we add 1 on both sides, since 1 has been subtracted on this side. So we shall have A minus 1 plus 1 will be equals to 5 plus 1. And so in that case, A shall be equals to 5 plus 1, which gives you 6. So either way, B is equals to 1, A is equals to 6. B is equals to 1, A is equals to 6. Another example, number 2. We have 3A plus 5B is equals to 20, and 6A minus 5B is equals to 12. So again, first, when you have got different coefficients, as you'll notice, in our first example, all the coefficients of the unknowns were 1, 1, 1. The coefficient of A is 1, the coefficient of B is 1. But now in this case, the coefficient of A is 3, the coefficient of A here is 6. The coefficient of B is 5, and the coefficient of b here is -5. So when you have got different coefficients for the unknowns, first you need to check, do you have similar coefficients for the same unknowns in both equations? And in this pair of equations, you will notice that we have got 5b, and here we also have got 5b. And so we have got similar coefficients for the same unknown in the first equation and in the second equation. If I put this to be my first equation and this to be my second equation. And so in that case, I can go ahead and decide what to do to these two equations. So I rearrange them again in a vertical order. So 6a minus 5b is equals to 12. So in this case, I will decide to eliminate. I will decide to eliminate this unknown b. This unknown b. Like in the first example, when we subtracted, we eliminated the unknown a, since after subtracting, a minus a became 0. And so in that case, we eliminated a. So in our case here, when these two have got similar coefficients, so that we can eliminate them and whatever operation we are going to perform, they can add up to 0. We need to decide, is it adding or are we subtracting? If we add, if you're going to add, you're going to realize that 5 minus 5 is going to be equals to 0. But if you subtract, you're going to have 5b, you take away negative 5b is going to be positive, and so you're going to have positive 10b. So you will not have eliminated the b, which is unknown. And so in this case now, you need to perform addition. You need to perform addition. And so when you add 3a plus 6a, you will have 9a. So 5b plus minus 5b, this will give you 0. And then this will be equals to 20 plus 12, which gives you 32. So in that case, 9a will be equals to 32. And so now we can divide by 9, and we can also divide by 9 on the other side. So our a is going to be equals to 32 all over 9, which is also can be equals to, as a mixed fraction, 3 wholes and 5 all over 9. And 5 all over 9. So once we get a now, we can go back so that we can get b. So as I said in the first example, after getting the value of one of the unknowns, you go back to one of your linear equations. Amongst the pair, choose one of the equations. And so we can take the first equation. So 3a, instead of a, we substitute with the value of a, which is 32 over 9, and then you add it to 5b, and now this one is going to be equals to 20. And so in this case, by 3 1, we are going to have by 3 3, and so 32 all over 3, and then plus 5b will be equals to 20. So to get the value of 5b, we take away, since 32 over 3 is a constant which has been added on this side, so to take it away, we take it away on both sides. So we shall have 5b plus 32 all over 3, take away 32 all over 3, and whatever you've done to the left-hand side, you also do it to the right-hand side. And so this will be 5b, and this will be equals to 20 to the denominator of 3 is the same as 60 all over 3. You take away 32 all over 3, and this will give you 60 minus 32, which becomes 28 all over 3. And so 5b will be equals to 28 all over 3. So to get the value of b, we divide by 5. To divide by 5 means we multiply by the reciprocal of 5, which is 1 all over 5. And so our b by 5 1, by 5 1, our b shall be equals to The numerator 28 times 1, you get 28. The denominator 3 times 5, we shall have 15. And so that is an improper fraction. You need to write it as a mixed fraction. Writing it as a mixed fraction, 15 goes to 28 once, and then you remain with 13 all over 15. So in this case, our A is equals to 3 and 5/9, and our B is equals to 1 whole and 13/15. So we have solved for A and we have solved for B. We can go to the third example. Go to the third example. If we go to the third example, if we have 3x plus 4y is equals to 18, and we have 5x plus 6y is equals to 28. So like I said in the second example, is that first of all you check, do you have coefficients in these equations that are similar? For example, the coefficient of x here is 3, the coefficient of x here is 5. So they're not the same, they're not similar. The coefficient of y here is 4, the coefficient of y here is 6. So they are not similar. So if the coefficients are not similar, we need to make them similar. How do we do that? So first you decide which unknown do you want to eliminate. Which unknown do you want to eliminate? So in this case, I may decide, let me eliminate x. If I decide to eliminate x, then I'm going to rearrange these equations in the vertical order, just like they are. I can rewrite them, and then so that I have 28. Then the first equation, since I have decided to eliminate x, I multiply the first equation with the coefficient of x in the second equation, which is 5. And then the second equation, I multiply the whole of the second equation with the coefficient of x in the first equation, which is 3. And so in that case, the result shall be 5 times 3, which gives you 15x, and then plus 5 times 4y, which gives you 20y. This will be equals to 5 times 18, which gives you 90. Then 3x times 5x will give you 15x, and then plus 3 times 6y, that will give you 18y, and then this will be equals to 28. You multiply by 3, that will give you 4. Because of 24, you carry 2, then 6 plus 2 gives you 84. And so there you shall have 84. Then now, you have two coefficients of x that are similar. So you can simply now do the subtraction. Since here, when you subtract 15x minus 15x, that will be equals to 0. And then plus 20y, you take away 18y, that will be equals to 2y. And then this one will be equals to 90 minus 84, that will give you 6. And so 2y shall be equals to 6. So we can divide by 2 on this side, and we can also divide by 2 on the other side. So that now our y shall be equals to 3. Then as usual, as we have done before, we go back to one of the equations. So I can decide to go to the first one still. So that I'll have 3x plus 4y, but this time I substitute y with 3 since I know the value of y. So that in that case I shall have 3x and then plus 12 shall be equals to 18. So to get the value of 3x, I take away 12, which has been added on the left hand side. So I shall have 3x plus 12. You take away 12 on this side. And so whatever you have done to the left hand side, you also do it to the right hand side. So in that case, we shall have 3x is equals to 6. So you divide by 3, and you also divide by 3, so that your x is equals to 2. So your x is equals to 2, and your y is equals to 3. That way, you've gotten the result desired, the value of x and the value of y. I would like us to also eliminate y. If we considered eliminating the unknown y in that equation, if you considered in that case, we have eliminated x. Now I want us to eliminate y. We have 3x and then plus 4y is equals to 18. And then we have 5x plus 6y is equals to 28. Now, if we consider eliminating y, that means, again, we rewrite this plus 4y is equals to 18, and 5x plus 6y is equals to 28. So the coefficient of y in the second equation, we multiply the first equation with that, which is 6, and then we multiply the second equation with the coefficient of y in the second equation. So 6 times 3x shall give us 18x, and then plus 6 times 4 gives us 24 y, and then this shall be equals to 6 times 18, which gives you 48, you carry 4, and then 108. And then in the second equation, 4 times 5x, that shall give us 20x, and then you add it to 4 times 6y, that gives us 24y, and this shall give us, it shall be equals to 28 multiplied by 4, which gives you 112. And so in that case, you can now have similar coefficients of y, and so now you can be able to take away the two equations. So if you take away, you're going to have negative 2x, 18x minus 20x gives you negative 2x, and then this shall be equals to 0, 24y minus 24y, and then this shall be equals to negative 4. And so negative 2x shall be equals to negative 4. In that case, to get the value of x, we divide by the coefficient of x on this side, which is negative 2, and we also divide by negative 2 on the other side. Whatever you do to the left-hand side, you also do it to the right-hand side. So x shall be equals to positive 2, since negative divided by negative gives you positive, which can also be simply written as positive 2. After you've gotten the value of x, now you can go back to your original equations and get the value of y. So when you go back to your original equation, you shall have 3. Instead of x, you can substitute it with the value of x in this context, which is 2, and then plus 4y. This shall be equals to 18. And then 3 times 2, that gives you 6, and then you add it to 4y. This shall be equals to 18. To get the value of 4y, we take this 6 to the other side. So how do we take it? It has been added to this side, so we take it away. So 4y, you take away 6, and whatever you have done to the left hand side, you also do it to the right hand side. And so 6 minus 6 becomes 0, you are left with 4y shall be equals to 18 minus 6, which gives you 12. So to get the value of y, you divide by the coefficient of y, which is 4, and you also divide by the coefficient of y, which is 4, and you shall see that by 4, 1, by 4, 1, so y shall be equals to, by 4, 1, by 4, 3, y shall be equals to 3. So we get the desired results. X is equals to 2, and y is equals to 3. So this can be an alternative of example 3, like we had done before. That way, we are able to get the same result. That way we are able to get the same result. And now this is how you solve linear equations with two unknowns using elimination method.